while improving the opportunities, we need to be managing the trials effectively, what steps we should take. There are some topics which are unsolved for many years, and which steps shall we take? We had some offers. On the other hand, regarding F-16 modernization and purchase of new F-16s are among the important topics of our agenda. Now, the process of the administration together with the Congress, we have been informed. On the other hand, we also discussed the regional topics, and before that, we want to improve our energy collaboration, and our delegations agreed. And today we agreed with Mr. Blinken as well. And in the upcoming process, we will be more intense on it to improve our collaboration. Regarding F-16, as I mentioned, it's not only for Turkey, but also it is important for NATO and US. Yes, let's come to the regional topics. The NATO membership process of Sweden and Finland. We have elaborated the situation, and by the experts, we will have the third of the permanent meetings, and we are taking the steps until now. We are taking them positively, but Sweden is in the beginning of the road. We expect concrete steps. So whatever written in the triple commitment, it should be applied, as we said. And regarding the fight against terror, it was in our agenda as well, especially for Syria, the support to PKK and YPG and YPD should be ended. In the upcoming period, we have a new study regarding Syria, but as Turkey, the promises of US, which was like the Münbić roadmap, which was actually ended in 90 days, and we had a joint declaration before in Ankara regarding the corridor. So we have shared our concerns, and in our fight against PKK and YPG, and one of the important topics affecting our relations, the existence of FETÖ terrorist organization here. So within the alliance spirit, we need to be collaborating more.
Our two countries are engaged together in some of the most critical and challenging issues of our time as NATO allies and as partners. I again want to commend the exceptional role and leadership that Turkey showed in getting the so-called Black Sea grain corridor up and running to make sure that grain could get out of Ukraine and to people who desperately need it around the world. We have lots of important things to discuss with regard to the situation in Ukraine, and we're here also under something that we established called the U.S.-Turkey Strategic Mechanism, which is an important vehicle for us to deepen cooperation as well as work through any challenges and problems. We are close allies and partners. That doesn't mean we don't have differences, but when we have differences, precisely because we are allies and partners, we work through them in that spirit. But there's a lot to be said about where we are in Ukraine, as well as other regional challenges in which we're engaged ourselves, and for that matter, global issues that we both have on our plates. So we'll discuss all of these things today in what is an ongoing conversation that we've been having for the last 2 years. Mevlüt, welcome. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, very happy to be here, and I would like to thank Tony for the warm welcome and hospitality. We will be holding the second ministerial meeting of the Strategic Committee of Turkey and US. But let me, before we start our meeting, also express our condolences and our sympathy with the Ukrainian state and Ukrainian people. And the Minister of Interior, Ukraine, was a good friend of us and a good friend of our countries. And yesterday, let me thank my colleagues, our colleagues, for the interagency meeting they had to prepare this meeting. And today, we will focus on areas of partnership in bilateral and regional issues. And economic cooperation is priority for us. Last year, our trade exceeded $30 billion. You know, our target is $100 billion. And there are also opportunities, as our colleagues discuss, in energy and investment. Of course, we will also address significant topics about bilateral defense cooperation, particularly our F-16 requests. And as we said together before, this is not only for Turkey, but also important for NATO and for United States as well. So we expect the approval in the line with our joint strategic interests. And cooperation in our fight against terrorism is also important. And we will reiterate our expectation, and we will discuss how we can strengthen our fight against our cooperation in our fight against terrorism, including Daesh, PKK, and the developments in Ukraine, obviously, Syria, Eastern Mediterranean, Middle East, and Caucasus will be also on our agenda today.